Associate Director of PACT for the Mercy Scholars. I'm delighted to welcome you all here to this special evening to celebrate our graduating Mercy Scholars and to thank our donors. Tonight we'll hear from several folks about the value of the Mercy Scholars program, and we'll have a little time later to visit with one another. To start us off, let's hear some stories from our Scholars alumni.
Coming from a family of 9 children, there were days where we were not sure when our next meal was coming. Can you imagine having 9 children to put through college? If I did not receive this scholarship, I would not be here today talking about my college experience. This scholarship provides so much more to the lives of people who are just not fortunate. If you're considering investing in this program, I would 100% say go for it. The lives you are helping in the end is so much more than just giving money. It's about giving somebody an education that they would not have had without this scholarship. I know many people who did not go to college because they could not afford it, and that's heartbreaking because I may have been one of those students. And now I'm striving in my life. I'm so grateful for the opportunity I was given, and I wish more people like me could say the same thing. I one day hope that the Mercy Scholars program will not only just be a cohort of 20 students, but of much, much more, because they are the future and you are giving them their future. Mr. and Mrs. Niehaus, I have said it a million times and I will say it a million times again. Thank you so much for all that you have given me. I cannot even begin to explain all the riches that are still coming from this scholarship. I am so grateful for the money, for the opportunity at this education, because it has only pushed me further in becoming the best version of myself, and I cannot wait to see everything else that I accomplish in this life.
Wow, silence. That was wonderful. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bernadette Wade, and I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at Mercy College, and it is so wonderful to see so many of you here tonight. First of all, before we even get underway, there's 3 people that I would like to stand up. Maria Herrera, Alexis Williams, and Joseph Hernandez. So what do these 3 students have in common? Well, they're not students anymore. Well, maybe they're lifelong learners. They were, Alexis and Maria were in the very first group of Mercy Scholars, which seems like a lifetime ago, but it was 6 years ago. And so they've made it through, and they are now out working in the world, having families of their own. We could not be more proud. And Joseph was in the 2nd year. And he's made it through and out, and we are so very proud of you, and thank you for coming back. And they are now an example of successful alumni who will be with us forever. So thank you all. Thank you. Tonight also we have a lot of people in the Mercy community. Our board members, many board members are here, and we are so proud to be able to have you part of this program. So if you're a board member, just raise your hand. We have Bob Niehaus and Ted Dunn and Carlos Passy, and I know on Zoom we have Alex Ferrari and Valerie Cunningham, and Jim and Marcia McCormick, and maybe Jim Jenkins at some point, and Dave Johnson. So a lot of participation. Thank you so much. Also with us tonight are the deans. Many of the deans that are here, we thank you. Our deans come to all of our events. Deans, say hello, wave your hand. They're very, very supportive of us and all of the programming that we do. So Mercy Scholars began, as I said, it seems like a very long time ago, but it was about 6 years ago. And it was kind of the brainchild of some administrators at Mercy, President Hall, and some donors. And the idea was a kernel of an idea, and it grew. And I think what it took was a lot of thinking about how could we make a program like this successful at Mercy. And years later, I look at this program and think it's come together beautifully. And for one of the kind of key things that is helping this program be more responsive to students is the fact that we were able to allocate a PAC mentor to work directly with the students as one big group. Because in the beginning years, when, for example, Maria was starting, the Mercy Scholars were assigned across all PAC mentors, right? They had many different people helping them. And it wasn't until we brought Rob on, who opened the program, came and had a vision to really help this group become more cohesive as a group. So as the years go on, I think we will get better and better at doing programs and fun things, educational things that bind this group together. But with alumni now who are leading the way and coming back and almost mentoring the students, the new students, I think we have a good program. And the interesting part about the Mercy Scholars Program is that it aligned perfectly with Mercy's vision of who we are and who we've been for 72 years. And that it was the way that we structured the program really puts forth all of the values of Mercy, and we could not be more proud of the students. And it is a student program. So here are some numbers. We currently have 77 students in the program, 44 alumni, and soon to have 14 more alumni. We have 14 students who are graduating, some of whom are here tonight, who we will talk about. This party is a celebration of them and their success in getting through their college education at a most unusual time in the world. And we wanted to recognize that. So congratulations to the new graduates. We cannot wait to be down on the turf field overlooking the Hudson River with you and your families, and it's coming up soon. So I think having our commencement here on the turf field under a tent is going to be a wonderful send-off for you, and we get to celebrate you again on that day. So this combination of students you are all so very motivated and bright and interesting young people, and having individuals, our donors, who really understand what we're trying to do, that coming together is what we're celebrating here tonight. So a little bit about the donors. So there are a couple of donors who have been with us from the very beginning, who were part of the vision. And we've done a plaque for several of you. We have 3 of the plaques here that we will put in the Moeller House, which is up the street in Tarrytown, where we now house Mercy alumni. We have a room with memorabilia, and that's where we meet with alumni for both College of New Rochelle and Mercy. So we will put these plaques there. So Stephanie, would you please take the plaque first to Bob and Kate Niehaus. You have a lot of names on your plaque, and we just thought you would like to see it. We'll put that plaque up in the alumni room. And so what that allows us to do is, as we have additional students who are mentored by Bob and Kate, we'll add those names so that they'll maybe remember them, and we'll provide photos so that they'll always remember those that they mentored. So thank you. The next plaque is for Ted Dunn. Is that true? Is it this one's Ted? Okay. So Ted, thank you. Is he here?
He is.
All right. Bring that to Ted. And Ted will put that up in the Moeller House, and you can just, he's gone? Okay, that's okay. We'll put it up in the Moeller House for Ted, and eventually, maybe we'll have a whole wall of these. And the last one that we have is a plaque for Joe Gantz, who I know is here, and you can hand that to him. And Joe, thank you. Okay, so thank you, Joe. I want my picture taken with Joe. Would you mind? Thank you. We're going to put it up in the alumni room.
You're the chairman now.
Right. All right, so we have some individuals who could not be here tonight who have been donors for a long time with us in this program. Jim and Marcia McCormick, some of you saw, I saw a lot of the students talking with them on Zoom. They're still on Zoom right now. Thank you so much. We have your plaque, and again, we'll put that in the alumni room up in the Moeller House. Okay, thank you. And then Roz and Joe Carvin as well. We have something for you, which we will display proudly as well. So thank you very much. And then many other donors could not be here tonight, but Bruce and Michelle Haber, John and Carol Thompson, Mark and Christine Reichenbaum, Irene Buckley, Drs. Paula and Herman Rosen, and Norman and Arlene Feinberg. We also have Alex Ferrari, who I saw on the Zoom there. And I'm very proud to say that we have a new donor who is now going to jump into the world of Mercy Scholars, and that's Ann Gilmartin. And she's here, so thank you for that. For us, it is very satisfying and important to have discussions with new donors about supporting the Mercy Scholars Program. And all we have to do is tell your stories, the stories of the students who are making it through. And it's a fun conversation to have and a very important one as well. So with that, I am going to call up Bob Niehaus for a few words. And then after Bob speaks, we will have one of our students speak. Thank you.
You know, this is one of the favorite events of the year for Kate and I. You know, we come here, and I remember 6+ years ago when a friend of mine has a program like this out in Illinois for one of the colleges he's associated with there. And my friend, his name is Bob Carr, said that, look, what a wonderful gift to allow really good students to be able to go through college debt-free. And to do that, you have to have a college as well run as Mercy is, which keeps its tuition costs under control better than almost any college I know. It's got great value. And then also you need, students who, families need help and can qualify for, New York State and Pell Grants. But our intent was to reward really good high school seniors who wanted to go to Mercy so that they could go to Mercy, and if you commuted, you'd never have to borrow a dollar of debt, and if you lived on campus, we paid half of that so that either your parents kicked in a little bit or you maybe had a touch of debt. And Jim McCormick and I, when we suggested this to Tim jumped all over it, thought it was a great idea. And what I would just say tonight is I view education as a ladder. And there's different levels of life, difficulties in life. And the better educated you are, the higher you get in the ladder where it's not as hard. And with the jobs are more interesting, they engage your energies more, they're more rewarding, they're more stimulating. And to do that, you need a really great college education, and in some instances, depending on your field, it helps to go further and get a master's. And so what we wanted to do is to extend that ladder to as many really qualified, achieving high school seniors as we could that wanted to go to Mercy. And when we look out and see how many are here tonight, it really warms our heart. And so on behalf of the donors here, we want to applaud you, the students, for taking advantage of this and really climbing up that ladder where it gets a little bit easier. So well done.
Thank you, Bob. So next we're going to hear from a student, Stephen Orentes. Stephen?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Steven Orantes. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very proud that us as students, we were able to receive this celebration. Sometimes perhaps that we may think that not a lot of people are thinking about us, but we thank you. We appreciate every single person here, all the board members, every person that put this event together, Rob, Stephanie, everybody. We're very appreciative. We're very grateful. So like I said before, my name is Steven Orantes, and I'm extremely proud that I will soon be an alumnus of Mercy College, like many of us here today. I want to first thank Mr. and Mrs. Dunn for their generosity. I want to thank President Hall for supporting such an incredible program. I want to thank Nick Canzano, who was the one from the very beginning guiding me through this application process. All the PACT mentors that I've had throughout the years during my time here at Mercy College. I want to thank especially my family for just supporting me and guiding me and giving me as much advice as they could throughout the years. And I'm very thrilled this evening to be able to share the student address before you all tonight. So just to kind of introduce myself a little bit, I come from Rockland County, which is right across the river. I saw she raised her hand a little bit. I love Rockland County, born and raised in Rockland County. I come from the village of Haverstraw, which is a very diverse place. I come from a family of working class immigrants, which I'm very proud to say that. I've been a dedicated member of my local church youth group in Haverstraw since a very young age as well, and I'm very dedicated to that area in my life. And I am a criminal justice and forensics major in the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. And I was thinking about this address and the remarks that I was going to give. I was thinking about my time back when I was a senior in high school. And I remember being a senior in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be or where I wanted to go. And I remember just time was going by and the clock was ticking and graduation was coming soon. And it was kind of confusing and it was a little scary, right? I think that a lot of us maybe have felt like that during our high school time because I didn't really have a clear plan of what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go. But thankfully, my guidance counselor in high school, she saw my struggle and she told me about the opportunities that Mercy College offered. And coincidentally, that same week, an admissions counselor from Mercy was going to my high school and meeting with students at the library. So I went, I got my application ready, I completed my application, I met with the admissions counselor, I had the interview. It went really well. In that interview, the admissions counselor told me a lot about the criminal justice program here in Mercy College. At that time, fidget spinners were really popular too. So she gave me a Mercy College fidget spinner. I still got at home. But after that meeting, I was very excited and very curious. And I was accepted shortly after the first meeting. And she was explaining to me the kind of classes that I would be taking, and this information kind of helped me to gain a clear understanding of what I would pursue one day as a career. And interesting fact that Mercy College is the only school that I ever applied to, the only school that I got accepted to. And I'm very proud to say that because I love Mercy College, and I was saying it to the people at my table, I'm going to miss Mercy College a lot. So after I was accepted, my guidance counselor told me about the Mercy Scholars Program and all that it had to offer. And I remember going through the application process with Nick Canzano, to complete the application for the award. And there was a moment in time where I did not think I was going to get the award. So I was kind of, I didn't really give up, but I was ignoring Nick. I was ghosting him a little bit because I didn't think I was going to get the award. But we're very grateful that Mercy College has people like Nick and those part of the PACT program that are very persistent and very determined. And I'm very grateful to say that he just kept on calling me and calling me and calling me. And I would remember his voicemails. This is Nick Canzano calling from Mercy College, right? But I'm very grateful for that because I ended up, finishing the application and everything. And I'm pretty sure it was that same week, or at least a few days after, where he called me again, telling me that I got accepted into the program. And it just was a big shock to me because sometimes, it was very unexpected. It was very shocking. I didn't think I was going to get accepted into the program. I didn't think maybe I deserved it. But even just being undeserving Like the name of the school, Mercy College, it was a sign and a gift of mercy given to myself and to all the students here, being able to receive and be part of this program. So my time at Mercy College has been very memorable for me. I get to study a major that I'm passionate about, and I'm grateful for how the professors truly care for the academic well-being of their students. I have always felt supported here as a student, and sure, there were times where I was not always the best student, but I consider myself very fortunate to have a support system that cares not only about me as a student, but cares about me as an individual. I have always been treated well here at Mercy College, and for that, I am very thankful. I've gotten the opportunity to work one-on-one with many different professors, and one experience that comes to mind, which is, it happened before COVID, BC, right? It happened BC, before COVID. I can distinctly remember in one of my classes, the professors had us like fill out our resumes, get ready for like mock interviews and stuff like that. And in that classroom, the professor helped me with my mock interview, my interviews, and then we had to go and do a mock interview with somebody in a career where we wanted to pursue one day. So I went and I did a mock interview with over here in the Children's Village. It's called the RTA program, which is a program for criminally sentenced youth under the age of 18 where they could go into a rehabilitation program and treatment center. And with the help that my professor gave me, I was able to get a job there working part-time. And for that, I'm very thankful. And as I'm just kind of analyzing and reflecting on everything now, I've always had an interest in helping those who are in need. I believe that in law, I think I'm able to pursue this even more than I am now. And what I've learned in the classroom as a criminal justice major has afforded me the opportunity to right now work as a paralegal at the law offices of Sobo & Sobo in Rockland County. And in this role, I get to help individuals who come in lost and confused and hurt. And we can just help them navigate the legal process and make sure they get treatment and just answer any questions that they have. And I have learned so much from my experience from here at Mercy College. And my goal is to one day attend law school and to work in the public sector to try and find more ways to help people in the best way possible. And I look forward to in the next year to be studying for my LSATs and everything like that. But the Mercy Scholars Award has made it possible for me to attend a private four-year college and graduate without any debt. And for me, it was an unexpected opportunity, and I'm so happy that I pursued it. I'm grateful to have been part of this program, and I will sincerely and honestly say that I will never let that go to waste. There's a saying that says, to he who has been given much, much more is required. And I think that us as students, we have been given a lot from this program, and so now it's up to us. We're responsible to go and give that to the world and to our community. So I want to thank you all for attending tonight, for all your support, not only for myself, but for all the students here in the Mercy Scholars Program. And with that, I'd like to now introduce to you Mercy's president, Tim Hall.
Good job, Stephen. That was great, and it's great to see all of you. I'm so sick of Zoom that I can't barely express it, how great it is to see you in person after these years of isolation that we've experienced. We didn't plan on this. We didn't know it was going to happen, but all of you have adjusted and faced a new challenge that wasn't on your calendar originally, but you learned how to adapt to it. I'm so proud of the graduates who are finishing up as Mercy Scholars, graduates of Mercy College. So I got to tell you a little bit about my involvement in Mercy Scholars. It was about my second year here, and I got an invitation by one of our board members, Jim McCormick, and he and his wife were over here on the video earlier, to come to his office, meet with him and a friend. I don't know that I'd met Bob before that. That was our first meeting. And here's the fun thing about being a college president. There's some not so fun things, I promise you. My life has more spreadsheets probably than I would prefer, but there are lots of things that have to be done. But here's one kind of thing that happens. I went to this meeting. It was on Park Avenue where Jim McCormick had his office. I was a rube from Texas, and just walking down Park Avenue was kind of a thrill to me, but I went to the office, and these two guys made a proposal. They said, we're thinking that there are a lot of students who have to borrow too much money to get a college degree, and that probably holds them back some in life, that they're paying back these loans. So what we were thinking was maybe we could find the people who are getting some financial aid already, and we can put some money on top of that for a select group of students who need some help to help pay for college tuition and who have a great promise academically. So we know that we're helping people who are going to do good with their academics, and they explained this whole notion to me of adding the money on so the students wouldn't accept debt. And here was my part in the Mercy Scholars. After they said all of that, I said, well, I think we could do that. Yeah. If you're prepared to donate the kind of money that we're talking about. And I said, what are we talking about? How many students do we think? And they thought, hey, what about 20 or so? And so that's how it started. And you can see where it is today as you look at this group. This knocks me out. It is the notion of how something starts, and if it's something good, and if it's something that's got some great champions, and it almost always requires champions to get things going. And this had those champions. Shortly after they proposed all of that, we got together. Kate came along, and Marcia, with Jim, and we had a dinner just to kind of celebrate what would happen. But I didn't see this. This is more than I imagined, that the rotunda would be filled with this group of students who are making their way with the generosity of now more and more people. And to see you join in this tonight is a great thrill, just as other people have joined across the years. So I'm so excited. This is the good part of being a president. It's not so much coming up with ideas, but getting ideas from other people who have a passion and a vision for what can happen, and simply saying, I believe we can support and make that happen if you're there to champion this. So thank you very much, all of you who are Mercy Scholars. And the time that I've spent here at Mercy, this I think is the most important thing that's happened for the college, is this illustration of what can happen when people have a vision to do something good and they have the perseverance to keep carrying it forward so it doesn't just die off after a year or so. That's what Mercy Scholars is, and I'm so proud of those of you who are Mercy Scholars. I can't wait to see, here's what I'm waiting for you, and it's just beginning to happen. I can't wait to see you give back, support this program that's been, I hope, a blessing in your lives so that it continues to be a blessing in the lives of other people. I'm so happy to see Rob and the work that he's doing here. Rob is just another part of how this has happened. We've had a friend of the college, donor of the college for many years, and he's put forward the money to allow us to hire a PAC mentor just to work with our Mercy Scholars. So you became something more like a family than just isolated people who were scholars all by yourself. So congratulations. I look forward to seeing you on the platform of Commencement. I accept high fives, handshakes, and occasional hugs. So I look forward to us celebrating that event in your life and that event in the college's life when you succeed and cross that platform. Thanks a lot.
So we have some of our class of 2022 in attendance tonight. We're just going to recognize them and give them their graduation stoles that they'll be able to wear for commencement in May. So Andy's going to help me hand out the stoles here. All right, so we're going to start with fan favorite, DeAndre Davis. Come on up. Jessica Escobar. Amani Green. Muhammad Guy. Carmi Lopez. Brian Reyes Martinez. Steven Orantes. Catherine Tobias Mendez. Caitlin Turner. And Marcela Oyervide. Congratulations again to the class of 2022. So before we close tonight's program, we just have one more short video.
It definitely was the most life-changing experience, being able to say I'm the first in my family to go to college and have graduated. I majored in my bachelor's in social work. I entered the field because I've always been passionate about helping people, particularly in my community. I'm very passionate about mental health.
I graduated in 2021 with a degree in communication studies and a minor in Spanish. And right now I am a social media coordinator for Delish magazine. The fact that there are people out there that would donate to help people like me get a college education, it's really heartwarming and inspiring.
College in general is a very confusing and difficult time for many students. Sticking through it is, extremely important. You have someone that believes in you more than you believe in yourself a lot of times. Right now, I am a private counselor at Mercy College, specifically the Manhattan campus. And as a student at Mercy, I got my first ever job opportunity in the private office as a student worker.
I know many people who did not go to college because they could not afford it, and that's heartbreaking because I may have been one of those students. And now I'm striving in my life. I'm so grateful for the opportunity I was given. My major was communication disorders, and I chose that field because I am dedicated to helping others find a way to communicate and express themselves.
I am majoring in criminal justice with a specialization in forensics. One of the most valuable things that I've experienced was professors helping me build a resume and network with a non-for-profit organization that helped me get into a job that would really see the criminal justice field on the day-to-day.
Knowing that I was about to succeed and to embark on this great new journey as to becoming a psychologist is always a great feeling. And now that I graduated from there, I definitely look back and I thank them for giving me this opportunity to learn the career that I've always wanted to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. I hope you'll stay and enjoy some refreshments. And at this time, I'd like to invite all the Mercy Scholars students, alumni, and donors, and President Hall to join me for a group photo.
You're getting a stand right in the middle.
Stuff like that. I stand on the table, these guys are too tall.